Hello friends, it's Julie here, and today I'm going to teach you how to make some really easy cheese biscuits inspired by Katniss Everdeen's favorite snack, the cheese bun. I chose this recipe because it's really easy, it's really fast, and it's great for your next Hunger Games party. With all the excitement from the new pictures and from the set of Catching Fire, I thought this would be a great way to get ready for the movie that's coming out this year. So let's take a trip to District 12 together. What are we waiting for? Let's get baking. So just like with the last recipe that I shared with you guys, this one's really easy as well. You don't need that much. First thing that you need is your favorite pancake mix. I'm using Bisquick. You need 1.5 cups of Bisquick. And of course, to make it cheesy and delicious, you need a whole cup of shredded cheddar cheese. I like to use sharp cheddar to make it nice and tangy and really strong in flavor. You're also going to need 3/4 cup of buttermilk. This is dried buttermilk, but if you have the liquid one at your store, I can never find it. But if you can find it, definitely use the liquid. And just for a little bit of subtle flavor, you're going to need a tablespoon of salt, and you're going to need a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. This is totally optional. If you want to add just a little bit more to your biscuit, I would add a little bit of parsley flakes, usually about a tablespoon to the whole mix. Alright, so what I've gone ahead and done is I've actually put all the ingredients into the bowl already. That includes, the pancake mix, the parsley flakes, the salt, the buttermilk. This is hard to keep track of what I threw in here, but everything except for the cheese. Cheese is the last thing to put in. 1 cup of cheese. This recipe is super duper easy. You just put everything in the bowl and you mix it up until it's smooth, until the liquid and the dry are completely combined together. You remember in the last video where I was like, hey, don't forget to do this because I always forget to do this? Guess what I forgot to do? I forgot to preheat the oven. So for this recipe, you preheat the oven to 425 degrees. So I'll go take care of that. You know what? I don't think there's enough cheese in here. I'm just gonna do one of these. Here we go. Just there. Yep. I really like cheese. I'll eat almost anything covered in cheese. Potatoes, or pasta, or just like bread with cheese on top of it. I love cheese. I'll give it a good mix again. Now that we've added more cheese into it, your batter's going to be really sticky and gooey and chunky from the cheese. Alright, so it's ready to go. So you're going to take your mini muffin tin, give it a good spray. I'm thinking that 1 tray should be enough. This recipe usually makes just about 24 little mini biscuits. So just like with cupcakes, you're going to fill it up about 2/3 of the way up so it doesn't flow over. It's going to rise just a little bit. Once again, you don't want it all the way up to the top or else it's going to muffin top and get really messy and gross and crusty. Unless you like crusty, then by all means. I just don't like cleaning up after crusty stuff. Ew. So while I'm filling these up, I guess I can talk about why I picked this recipe in the first place. This was inspired by the Hunger Games because cheese buns are Katniss's favorite treat that Peeta makes for her, as you learned in the book. And I do realize these aren't cheese buns, they're cheese biscuits, but I feel like little tiny biscuits like these are great for the night of a movie premiere when Catching Fire is going to come out. This would be a great little snack or an appetizer to have for your party guests. For those of you that are big fans and who have read the books and know about the cheese buns, I feel like this would be much appreciated. And for those of you who aren't Hunger Games fans, this is still a nice little snack to have around. Or even like a brunch item. Could you imagine this covered in gravy? I know what I want for breakfast tomorrow. And while I have everyone's attention and while we're talking about Hunger Games, is anyone else really annoyed that the media has turned the Hunger Games into like a sexy love triangle like what they did with Twilight? Note to the media, Hunger Games is not about a love triangle. It is about survival. And it is about classism. It's about sacrifice and love for your family. It's about friendship. It's about tyranny. There is a tiny love triangle in there, but it's not what it's about. I always tell people that I am not Team Peeta or Team Gale. I'm just Team Katniss. That's what the book is about. It's about her. It's not about her romantic life. You're wasting my film.
I'm hungry.
Get out. So what I'm doing now is just trying, there's like a tiny bit of batter back in here, or left in here, so just trying to even it out so I don't have to make 2 extra biscuits in there. Now that your muffin tin is all filled and ready to go, you're gonna just pop it in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes and they'll be done. That's it. Easy as that. Ding, all done. Alright, so how you'll know that your biscuits are done is if they're all golden brown and delicious looking on top. I always think it's best when the cheese on top is just a little bit browned, and there's really nothing better than like slightly burnt cheese flavor. You also might notice that there are 2 missing. I may have eaten them already, I couldn't wait. They're so good. So that's it for the easy cheesy biscuits or cheese buns if you want. They're perfect for entertaining for your next Hunger Games viewing party, midnight preview. If you want to bring a little snack along, it's perfect for that. And you know what? I may not be as blonde and burly as Peeta Mullark, but I think Katniss Everdeen herself would definitely approve of these cheesy buns. It's really good. I'm going to eat all of these myself. Away!